lovies, I'm so glad you're here. I'm just putting a little bit of shading around my word peace down there. And that is it. We're going to call her done. So this is just so yummy. The colors, oh, fantastic. And the papers, excuse me, the papers are just that vintage writing. Oh, yummy. It's just showing through everything. And I wanted to make sure that that happened. So I used a lot of glaze or watered down some of my paints so that would happen. So, oh, it's just yum. And these colors, good mixture. And the fun papers on the vase, love, love, love. Oh, it just makes me happy. So I used a whole mess of stencils. So I used, sorry guys, been fighting this cold. So I've got Flower Gang 5, Flower Gang 4, Flower Gang, one of them, they'll be listed. Let's see, Flower Gang 2, Wildflowers, and then Garden for all of my leaves and stuff. So much goodness. Oh, I love it. So, and then I put my papers down, I just kind of sketched out where I wanted it to go. I did my vase first because I knew that I wanted to put the papers down so that the flowers would go over the vase. One of the layers you can't even see because the vase started way up here. That's okay. I like that. And made sure I did some shading. And then I started with my charcoal pencil, and I just got this Marks All pencil a while ago, and I decided to try it out. And I like how it looks with this piece because it's got that kind of watercolory effect, since this is so kind of abstract and just fun. Not very realistic, but just fun. So I think it worked really well with the piece. So I like that. I'm learning how to use this. This is a Stabilo Marks All pencil. And then I used a variety of paints. I've been digging these Studio 71 paints for the price and for what they are. I like it. They're equivalent to a Liquitex Basics, but you get more, and they're a little bit cheaper. And then I used fluid acrylics as well. I tried to stay with the heavier, these are medium body, because I was doing a lot of stenciling, and I know that if I get a fluid acrylic, it tends to seep out. So if I had a fluid acrylic, I would mix it with a little bit of the medium body paint. And that's about it, I think. So, gosh, I'm so sorry. It's just been a crazy, crazy couple of weeks, schedule-wise, and just everything. So much going on. So, in fact, I'll show you. It's been project after project. Let me zoom out so you can see. If you could see, this is, it's such a disaster. I've got every product out and on my table, and it is just, ugh. Stencils are everywhere. Everything's everywhere. And it's just kind of a mess. I'll zoom back in so you don't have to look at that. But truly a representation of kind of how I'm feeling about life right now. It's just a little chaotic. And so that's why I did the word peace on here. And when life gets chaotic, and it does, it's just how life is, I always have to check in with myself and just make sure that that with the stress and everything of just stuff, that I kind of quiet my spirit, and I don't make decisions or talk about really deep personal things with people when I'm in this place of chaotic, crazy, kind of place, because it's not really a true reflection of who I am. It's just a reaction of the situations and stuff like that. And so I have to kind of go quiet, and art does that for me. Art is always healing. Creating and painting, it just allows you to kind of just shut out all of the other stuff and kind of come back to you. And that's what it always does for me. And for some reason, I always go to flowers, I think. Paper and flowers kind of are my thing, because I can kind of do it without even really thinking about it. I can just go. And and the stencils really help too, because you don't have to rethink everything. You can just kind of put it down. So that is my space, my mind space this week, with all the deadlines and everything that's been happening, and seasons and family and shows and all kinds of stuff. It's just been a little crazy. And so and world events. Yuck, gosh, world stuff is heavy. I feel like everybody feels heavy. And so I just needed that peace. I needed that quiet, that space of just like, okay, all right, let's get some perspective. Remind myself what I'm grateful for, and go through my steps that I normally do to kind of bring me back to kind of some sanity and some quiet and some peace. And so that's what this piece is for. This piece is for peace. I don't know what your world is like, but it's like anybody else's. It's crazy busy right now. If you have kids or jobs or things like that, there's always deadlines. There's always stuff. And we just need to be able to manage that, because none of it's going to go away. We just have to manage it better, and time management and all of that stuff. And being able to take just a few seconds, even if it's just in the tub or in the bathroom or whatever it is. I remember when the kids were little, you just go to the bathroom to just be quiet, not to do anything, but just, and then, knock at the door. You're like, can I just have 5 minutes? Sometimes life just feels like that. Can I just have 5 minutes? And take some time this week to just set everything aside and invest in yourself. Take care of yourself. Get good rest and all of those things. And see, I'm not doing any of that right now. I'm sleeping maybe 3 or 4 hours a night. Get up because I got my mind's just rolling, projects and things and all kinds of stuff. And so that's part of why I'm sick too. Because when we don't take care of ourselves and we don't get quiet and we don't find that peace, all hell breaks loose. Literally and figuratively. So, all right, loves. I am going to work this next week on trying to find some quiet time, some sleep time, all of this. Try to shut my brain off a little bit. And I hope that you can do that too. I hope that your world is not too crazy, and I hope the world events are not driving you crazy. It's heavy. It's heavy stuff. But I hope that you will find some peace this week, that you will make time for quiet, that you will make time for you and for self-care and for loving yourself. And because we're so much better when we do that. Oh man, I have so much more to give. I'm so much more creative. I can care for people better. All of those things when I take care of myself first. So, and I find the peace. All right, loves. I hope your Sunday is peaceful. Oh yeah. Sundays are for naps and wrapping up in a blanket. It's cold here. And all of those things. And so I hope your Sunday is awesome. I hope it's restful, and I hope that you always, always know that you are loved.